I bought this game a while back. I wanted to play it, but I wanted to stream it for you guys so we can get a good feel of it. I honestly have no idea what this game's about. It looked kind of cool from the description. I just wanted to give it a little tryout. I know a lot of YouTubers played it, but I have not seen any gameplay of it. So, this is gonna be a first for me and for you guys. So I guess without any other further ado, let's just jump right into it.
Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this. But in fact, it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!"
Yo.
No idea how I got so barbaric.
This is the police. Okay. Interesting start. Little loud. Day 1, July 15th, Monday. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac? Mark Ward 2 to be shown in Freiburg before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. City Hall confirms rumor of Jack Boyd's resignation. Time to go to work.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freiburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else, though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced her resignation. They come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? The mayor discussed it with me. Mayor Rogers told me that wants a fresh face running Freeburg PD, so no, it doesn't come as a surprise. Did you already know the name of your successor? I think it'll be a department veteran. Most likely one of my current employees. After a recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered you a position, would that change his mind? It's hard to say, but I can't think of a more deserving candidate than Captain Kendrick. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe the police are cooperating with the Mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? A woman in the apartment. I can't follow my employees around the clock. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely not. That's just not possible. Mayor Rogers is a true professional. He makes his decisions carefully. There's no place in our jobs for hard feelings. Thank you.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick. As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him.
What do you
In
want,
the
old
movies,
man?
the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people.
They do?
Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to
6
secure a
months?
luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
Asshole.
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll
Yeah,
do my
yeah,
best.
whatever.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
I'll try my best.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Dang,
Yeah, is
let's
this
get
Troy
this
Starr?
freak on.
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Bro, my man's was getting his freak on. Day 2. Head of Culture Department owns villa in Italy. Jack Boyd. Mayor Rogers is a professional. The fuck he is? He can go fuck himself. Also by Jack Boyd. Francis Kendrick is a decent man. Time to go to work. Yeah,
Cops
I
don't
cannot
use
believe
the
what I
police
just
station
saw.
cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and
I'm gonna
hammers
fuck-
it down in the corner like
I think
a
I'm gonna get
vulture on a
demonetized for
corpse.
that.
The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Would you like to receive tips about how this game works? Yeah, show me what you got. Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments in the shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress, and detectives continue their investigation. You can freely move employees between shifts. All character detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Policemen fall short of this mark is not entirely reliable. While those whose professionalism is considered higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch, individuals' level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. Less energy people have, the less reliable they'll work. And a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error in the job. Your employees might lose 1 point of energy each after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with for any reason they could think of take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these behaviors, but you should be able to draw your own conclusion based on the behavior of our employees. Okay. Okay, I guess let's start the day. Let's see how this turns out.
Don't you leave me here. Don't you leave me here.
Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the call comes from. The farther away destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up.
And the ran
Unavailable
around.
for upcoming work.
She said if you want
The
my
easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you are allowed to send. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat is. Particularly risky missions can be options sending SWAT units accompanied by at least one officer. Remember, SWAT is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All of this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. The mission might look simple at first glance to attempt a brutal meat grinder. On a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. Backing over a homeless van and digging through a trash can. Driver should have to help. Got back in the can. Okay. Tsubaki and Josh and Tsubaki.
Alabama bound.
A theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane's documentary attempts to force way into the theater carrying snowboarders with the road Rosebud, Night entry violently attacked the cash. Oh dear. Okay. Purdy and Price. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminal and nobody dies, but the truth is sometimes the criminal manages to escape. Try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead citizens bother the mayor more than living ones. Offender escaped. Officer unharmed. Oh, Spocky. Offender escaped. Officer unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Armed robbery. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed the videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. Criminals fled in the car without. The store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Jana Brown who lives in the suburbs. That seems too serious. Yancey and Asano, you two go. A brother and sister clashed for each other over their deceased father's will. We don't dare separate them. Security guard is off duty tonight. Not too serious. You go, Austin. Passed by saw some teenagers attacking an elderly musician. The man his guitar and money. When your officers are trying to proceed, they might contact you and ask you how to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste any time on all this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. Parked outside of... I'm gonna allow last. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Awesome sauce.
311A complete.
How'd it go, Austin? Damn it, Austin! I should have sent you with a partner. Don't worry, that one was my fault. Assault. Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Great. I don't really want to end the day just yet. Let's see how this goes. Okay, now we can end the day. If they give me a couple extra hands, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Someone's bound to make a mistake. Coach, I trust you. Can you work overtime, please? And I'll just take 2. You and Yancey will go. You and Yancey, come work. Come work tomorrow. Okay, that should. Okay, that should be about it.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend, bubbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price.
Damn.
In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people.
Damn.
Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Day 3. Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. Asking for a day off. When a police officer is too tired to be effective, he'll ask for a day off. Sometimes officers will request days even when they're at their full strength. Some of the reasons you'll hear are far-fetched, while some are very serious. Don't overindulge your subordinates, but don't antagonize them either. Remember that everybody's got secret. You gotta make sure you have these guys' backs. Birch didn't go into work today. I was just hit by a car. Yes, but please come. Yes, but please come tomorrow. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess rank. Employees begin at the lowest rank, being elevated and ranked with 1, 2, or 3 stripes. Once a week, you pass out stripes and improve their rank of any employee. And that no one is worthy of the honor stone, we can postpone the ceremony until later. Insignias won't go out until your people are ready. Employees of rank not only increase in professionalism, but also learn command. Whenever a ranking officer is on the scene, his or her colleagues are more likely to perform better than usual. Sometimes when cops get ranks, they start thinking more seriously about their service. This will mean less drinking and more time spent on the job. Some of them might even turn out to be dependable. Well, I haven't seen any work, so I'm going to hold off. So I'm going to hold off for today. But he's got high rank, so I'm going to give him a stripe too as well. Okay, that's it. That's it. You guys can go now. Freeburg isn't one of those cities where you listen to what they say or nothing at all. You can always select any song from your collection and play it at any time. Just like in real life. Well, the life of your grandfather. What do we got? What do we got here? Is that the Android logo? What is this? Bud meets Bob. Singing them. Will I get copyrighted for this? Huh. Ooh, Chopin! Who cares if I get copyrighted? I don't earn any money from these. Let's learn how to hire and fire cops. You have a number of paid job openings where you can hire any available applicant. Job slots are separated between officers and detectives. He's got 4 inch professional. I'm putting you on shift A, buddy. Now what? Want a free up a slot? Time to fire somebody. Well, I don't want to fire him. I just gave him a promotion. If you look grounds for termination, no one will ask any questions. You might need to fire them anyway. Legality be damned. I could land you on additional proceedings, and your other staff would be more worried about keeping their jobs safe. The way for your facade is to have a police officer killed. That's a really valid option, right? You're too old, bro. I'm sorry. Well, if it's grounds for... Okay. You're hired. I'll keep him around for now. But if he calls him to work another excuse, he's gonna be fired. I got another detective slot. I like you, Anna. You're on for shift B. Okay, we're good. Vandalism, St. John's Cathedral. We received a frightened call from the local cathedral. The morning Abbott discovered that someone entered the old cemetery at night, during the night. The old earth tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, some broken to pieces. Even marks with shovel, the Abbott would say no more. Oh. So, this is his last day today, so I'm gonna make him work. You and Birch Jr. go on. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his car. Kochi and Grant, you guys go on ahead. Good job. Now I feel bad about firing him. I really don't even want to fire him. He's such a good man. Suspicious individual, Eddie's Burger. A waitress named Mila reports that she just served a chicken Eddie and Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal she'd seen on television this morning. The culprit's sitting in the window eating a burger. Yancy and Samadhi, you guys go on ahead. Offender caught, officers in harms. Good job. Can I just take back what I said about firing this guy? I like him. The waitress had mistaken a retired officer, Frank Nero, for their fugitive in question. Ah, you bitch, you wasted my time. What's this? Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again, and I can't get off the can. Meanwhile, someone outside can cool off steam with these punks. Okay, I guess I could... Okay. Birch, I'm gonna send you. Drug sales. Christopher G. Sands Ice Arena. An anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the ice skating selling crack to teenagers. Stovall and Grant, you guys go check that out. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. And why not? I pulled in more cash than I earned in a month's work and stuff. So I can say who mind taking me on. I guess it's cut. Well, go fuck yourself, Birch Jr. Thanks for your help, Mr. Boyd. Thank you, too. Oh, what's this? Suicide threat. A naked man carrying a canister of gasoline has threatened to set himself on fire with his favorite chewing gum because... Oh, Jesus. Eric Grimes, you'll be hired for A shift. Come into work 2 days from now and be ready. Birch Jr., your own grateful little shit.
Got a situation here.
As police arrive, constantly making balloons for the kids. Cover up in a raincoat, pretend to be an illicit customer.
11.
Yes! Got him. Good job, you two. I don't like Stovall, man. I can't believe I'm firing him for being old. Alright. It's time to end the day. I can't order her to come into work tomorrow? How can I order her to take the day off? Oh, she's gotta come in tomorrow. Damn it, I feel bad now. And for Yancy, too. Okay, let's end the day. Day 4, July 18th, Thursday. Robespierre to reveal his identity when the time is right. Oh, what's this? Oh. Feminist organization denied official registration, and enemies using feminists to destroy Friedberg. I need to take my car into the shop tomorrow. Can you spare me today? Yes, but please come in tomorrow. Yesterday I lost a bet and swallowed my car key. Last night I was shitting blood. Yeah, you go on. Because you were kind enough to come into work today, I'm gonna give you another stripe. Learn from this man. Okay, Okay, time to start the day. I need something new to play. Billabong. Don't you leave me here. Sounds kind of classy. Oh, this is the song that I was playing in the prologue.
Don't you leave me here.
Someone commits a serious crime and flees the scene. The case goes to your detectives.
Don't you leave me here.
Black activist Ronnie Moore is found shot outside his
If you
home.
must go, sweet mama,
Mole, I'll leave this to
please
you.
leave a dime for beer.
Destruction of property. City Hall parking lot. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man pushing some expensive cars in the parking lot, carrying long iron rod. The whole streets could hear him shouting, "Bastards, thieves, bloodsuckers."
She said if
Yancey
you
and Price,
want
I'm leaving this to you
my
two.
brick is soup, you'll have to run me down.
Fire all black cops. A racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to the local radio station promising to kill the black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and we need some of our citizens to support them. You have to fire all your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. Eesh. Ah.
I'm Alabama bound,
Shit.
Alabama bound. I followed you round from town to
Okay,
town.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Alabama bound. Don't you leave.
A gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that is on the stolen vehicles list. Kochi and Austin. I'm leaving it to you two. Homicide investigation has started. Detectives have interviewed witnesses and collected evidence for the scene and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. Eric Graham, a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan and shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. Oh, I should have... Hang on. Oh, they gotta interview them. Okay. Suspicious individual, Desire Park. Corey Ramsey, mother of several children, has expressed her concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals, seated on a bench beside a playground. Watched children for over an hour and taken several photographs of them. Ooh. Purdy and Asano. The driver's nowhere to be seen. Wait at safe distance for the driver to check. Oh shit! Oh, good news! There's a hiring. Carmen Brock, you're on the count. Carmen Brock, you'll be coming for shift B. Nice job. Dragon's Lair Club. Mr. Boyd, I'm opening Freeburg's first martial arts club, and for my first edition, I want to inspire much. One of my students takes on your toughest cop. I have to find a teacher man a few tricks, something that'll help him on the streets. I'll send you Yancey. He's one of my best. was that? Homicide report. Your detective presents frames, so your versions of what might have happened at the crime scene. You've gotten 3 new frames. They get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate fact from fiction and know, if they know how to look at case materials. The more professional detectives working on an investigation, the better their instinct. To get to your suspects, you need to figure out the true sequence of the events at the scene of the crime. Using the frames you think likely, sometimes a little guesswork thrown in. If you add it all up, but the sequence fails, you're probably telling the wrong story. They drove by in a sedan and shot like a machine. That's wrong. I think that's it. What does it look? I don't know what a sedan looks like. Oh, it's a regular car. I'm such an idiot. That's a silencer. That's a pickup truck. This is a sedan.
311A in progress.
Kevin's throat bar. A fight. A bartender broke up a bartender reports that a couple of dancers started fighting over tips and a catfight broke out right on stage. Oh dear. Kochi and Price, you guys go on ahead.
311A in progress.
A fight at the Octopus restaurant. Bartender reports that a fight has broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, has climbed on the stage while a local singer is performing and tried to sing a duet with her. Oh dear. Purdy and Tsubaki, you two go on ahead.
Looks like we have a situation.
On the stage are 2 strippers going at it. Zion arguing to a full-on catfight. The bartender is fast asleep, clear to waste the hand situation. Shut off the music and turn up the lights. Strippers continue fighting, oblivious of the police presence. Ask the bartender for a bucket of cold water and throw it on the combatants.
311A complete.
Good job to the both of you. Oh, report. Kazuki Tamura of the Dragon's Lair Club. Chief, I just about nailed the jab a couple times, but he was too fast for me and went on points. I don't really understand all the rules, so I keep track of points very well, but he was alright. He showed me tricks after the match. I got carried away and pulled my back. Did I take the day off? Oh, of course, Yancy, you earned it.
311A complete.
Fight report. Alright. That's good. Okay, guys, that's about it for the day. Okay, Kochi and Yancy, you two could take a couple days off. Purdy, I think everyone here has earned a day off at least. Day 5. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots a pregnant woman. Mayor Rogers, city has no problem with racists. Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn. I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry
What?
for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run, and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Because you're my friend, and because I've known you for such a long time, I'm gonna help you.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank. At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, and I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once, sometimes with a little pride even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the Mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a Mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
My father's funeral today. Can you relieve me so I can go to the... Oh, of course, Armstrong. Sure, go ahead. Chief, my son came down with serious illness. That day I better take off work. Sorry, can I go home? Sure, but come in tomorrow. The court signed the custody of my children today. They're crying and afraid they won't be allowed to live with me. Yes, but come in tomorrow. Shit. Why am I so nice? Whatever. Let's start the day. No matter personal relationship with the city's administration, though your police station is at their mercy. Maintain reasonable work conditions. You have to send appropriate requests to the mayor. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the city may refuse outright or only accept only some of your requests. That's what you really need for. Can I please have an expansion on my staff, on my officer staffs? That's about it. My salary, my week's salary? City Hall will swoop. Fire all the black cops. Shit. Damn, I even got some good ones working for me. There's a dirty, piss-soaked bump sitting at the cafe. Man refuses to go and growls at anyone. Approach is scaring customers. A witness looked on from her window while an armed man with stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. Shit, this is gonna kill me inside. Bro, I'm sorry, this is for your own protection. Tina. A hot dog vendor reports that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. The shop has 2 exits, which a few people have already fled. Sneak up to the back door. The stick-up man notices the police presence to catch your hostage. He's holding his gun to the officer's head, shouting, "Back off or I'll blow his goddamn face off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in unknown language. Quiet out, George, making things more complicated. Robert grows visibly nervous. "Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll take a little bit and go." No one was hurt. "I'll let you leave here outright, but only if you release the hostage." Shit. Motherfucker! Jack, this year the organization of the Golden Beast suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest and now features teams of instead of single competitors. You send me 2 of your finest marksmen. I'd really love to do well in their care. An antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Foul Lane while she was on her way from the pawn shop. It's a hot one today and the police are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned on the beaches of Freeburg and the press is in uproar. Police don't keep an eye on things. I've gotta wait till Dowell comes back. Sex operation, gang of people scorched our way and began to shout, "We don't need this shit in our city." To a difficult financial situation. I was going to pawn an antique necklace which has been in my family for many generations. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulders and disappeared. I asked how to do anything, not even cry out. How'd the report go? Ah, you guys suck. Are you kidding me? We've got 3 new frames. Let's open the investigation. Someone ripped the bag from my shoulders and disappeared. Yeah, that seems like ripping. Or, wait a minute. Yeah, this seems like the right kind of sequence. The suspect is Quan Yin Lin, Chinese immigrant, recently expelled from the university. Your detectives have information on the whereabouts of the suspects. Sometimes there might be a number of locations to choose from. To carry out the arrest, 2 officers must escort the lead investigator to apprehend the suspect. If the lead investigator is not on duty, the arrest will have to wait. Remember, the fugitives won't sit patiently until your schedule clears. Also remember that criminals will react in different ways. A frightened thief is likely to surrender as soon as the game is up. A brutal killer might want to see somebody he can take with them. More dangerous criminals, it's safer to send experienced officers and even to the SWAT team if you can. Well, this one's just a student, so I'll just send Grant and Birch.
211 in progress.
Vandalism. A guard went out for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall of the building. I chased the brand up to a tree. You can take it from here. Mitchell and Roy. How'd it go? We did it, Boyd. We won. That Ernest really sure knows a lot about shooting. He even taught us a thing or two. He invited us out hunting and celebrate the victory, so we'll be taking a day off. We deserve it. Offender caught. You were able to arrest all suspects. Case closed. Alright, time to end the day. Piles of work. Looks like tomorrow's gonna be a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. God, I feel bad for firing them, but it's for their safety. Oh, I really hope I don't. Oh, I really hope my detective doesn't get shot either. My other detective. It's for their safety. Thomas Blaine, pregnant woman killer sent to mental hospital. Mayor Rogers not afraid of the competition. According to Dr. Eleanor Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this. Of course, they could have shot them the second they took the photo. But I knew Kendrick and his family were all right. Either way, the message was not that they got out. It meant that I was in. My servitude to the Mafia had begun. I'd only been in my new position 5 seconds, and I already knew why Kendrick called it a contract. You sound doomed if you call it what it is. A curse. Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr.
shit.
Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
What did I
Oh,
just
you'll
do?
soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Shit.
Eight in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's gonna happen to 8 and 10?
Okay. I think this is gonna be the last day of work I do for today. So, let's see. Ooh, Price. You sure don't want a day off? Oh, coach you too. I've been overworking the poor girl. Excuse me. Bud meets Bob. Bud Freeman. Excuse me. Quarian Lynn turned out to be a member of the gang known as the Red Mask. He could have take down a gang if you make him an informant. Sure. Be our informant, bro. The number of gangs in Friedberg, and that means there are bounties to collect. Some of the criminals you come across may be members of one gang or another. In exchange for immunity, you may be willing to give up their bosses. Namely, start the investigation. In a way, you can get your hooks into gang members higher and higher up the food chain, and ultimately take down the boss. If you do arrest the boss, the gang will be finished. You'll get to claim a reward. There's also a rule for formally charging gang members. When you arrest a gang member, you get a bonus, but your deal with that person's over. Don't set out a frost fish. Use small fish to catch a big fish. Bao Liang gave several interviews in which she spoke about atrocities committed by the members of the Red Mask Gang. She embellished a lot and distorted the facts. You won't keep you from panicking. You take down the gang within the next 4 days. Formal complaint. Please be informed that your employees will have filed a formal complaint against you. You got information familiar with ourselves with the circumstances of the case. Jack, you swore up to serve the city. If you can't keep promises, you won't keep ours. I did fire all the black cops. I'll hire the white cops now. Shift A. Shift B. Shift A. Is this because the detectives? Damn! Attempted murder, Sugar Dream Confectionery. A young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager, trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. Oh, jeez. Yancey and Price, I'm counting on you two. Huh? Someone sent a message? Good tries, Angelo. Hello. Hi to you too. If you're tuning in for the stream, this is actually the last day I'm going to do this because then I'm going to move on to the next game. But But if you want, you can stick around and watch it for a bit. Tell me if... Oh, so let me know if you like it too, because, like, you know, whatever games that, you guys like, tell me you like today, I'll keep on playing them. Okay, good job to the both of you. Carjacking in the suburbs. Parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reported seeing a teenager walking between cars, trying handles in hopes of finding an unlocked vehicle. Before the attendant could approach him, the teenager found an unlocked door and shut himself in. A few seconds later, the teen drove, shrieking for the parking lot, greatly exceeding the speed limit. He fled toward the suburbs. Oh dear. McNamara Jr. and Brock, I'm counting on you two. I sort of liked more of Persona 5, the one where you were playing the other day. I didn't play Persona 5. What are you talking about? Do you mean, the 999 game? Zero Escape is what you mean? Because I never played Persona 5 on the channel. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course we're gonna keep. Oh yeah, of course we're playing the series. Yeah, don't worry, I'm still gonna be playing the series, but I'm just like, you know, because I had a free day from class, I'm just trying out a bunch of other games today, you know, to see what fits in with everyone. But don't worry, we're still gonna be playing through the series. But you know, since I already finished up one half of it, I'm playing through the true route of 999, and once I finish that up, we're gonna move on to Virtue's Last Reward. Officers determine the car thief's location. Overtake the offender and block the road. Yes, we got him. Hostage situation. A weeping child called in saying that someone was holding him against his will. They won't let me go outside. They torture me and bully me. I think I keep going. I want to go outside and see Pete. It's probably his parents. I'll send Asano and I'll send an Asano and Price. Theft, Rubinish Casino. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls was hanging around his table lifted his wallet, which was carrying a couple of $1,000s of cash and several credit cards. Casino security shut them outside, saying that he was drunk, but the man isn't giving up so easily. Does this game have any story? Actually, yeah. Oh, yeah, it actually kind of does. From what I gathered the first few days, the story is about this guy named Jack, who, It's 180 days to his retirement. He wants to make $500,000. So in these 6 months, we have to go on for our life of being a cop. But earlier, as he was helping his friend ended up getting involved with the mafia. So I agreed that we should help his friend escape, and now we're part of the mafia. So not only do we have to deal with the mayor being an asshole, we're now the mafia's bitch. So we have to go on these next few days, not only doing our usual routine as a cop, but doing what they ask us to do. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna send McNamara Jr. and Brock from Christopher G. Sand. Jack, we're dealing with a moron, refuses to repay his debts, says the police will protect him. Next time I show him whose side the police are on. Ah, you bastard. Shit. I'll send one of my weak ones. Tsubaki, you go take care of that. Oh, how's the situation report? Joseph Lowery's mother wouldn't let him go outside until he ate his broccoli. How'd the stuff go? Alright, good job. That's why you two are my star officers. Oh, got something else. Assault with a deadly weapon. At the parking lot exit, a security guard stopped the suspicious-looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. The female driver reached casually in the glove card and pulled out a gun and opened fire. Oh, jeez. Well, this is it. That's the end of the day, so I'll send out my top cops. And one of my weak ones.
We've got a situation here.
The police cruiser caught with the perpetrator's van. Use the bullhorn to order the van to stop. The van takes a sharp turn and crashes to a window of a sex shop. When it exits the vehicle, grabs a shot and puts a gun to the head. Let go of the man right now. Yes. Oh, this day's going on a little bit longer than I thought. How's the homicide going? 3 new frames. They drove by in a sedan and shot like a machine gun, but I didn't see much. Yeah. That's about it. Okay, guess we can end the day. Let's see where the story goes. How would a Mexican rice ball taste if Mexican rice had if it had Mexican rice instead of white rice and had spicy chicken inside? What kind of random question is that? I don't know. I guess. Wait, I never had a Mexican rice ball before. Okay, guys, that's going to conclude our stream for This Is the Police. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know, and I'll see if we can add this onto the list of games that we could play, like once in a while, or when we get a chance to. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys back in a little bit for whatever the next game will be that we're gonna play. But I love you guys so much. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye.